activation. All right. So as you can see me, well, you can't really see me. You see my body. Let's just have real talk. You see my body, right? So the same way you see my body is the same way that you could see certain things that are not actually around you. Like this door, I could see the kitchen right now. You know what I'm saying? I could see my bed right now because I laid it. I could see my shoes right now. How do I see them? Well, let me ask you a question. What is the difference between sight and vision? What is the difference between sight and vision? Okay. Sight is the interpretation that is received from the two eyes. These eyeballs right here, these crystal clear eyeballs, they are receivers, and they receive from the external and they bring it in. Okay. That is sight. These eyeballs are kind of like cameras, and I got a whole bunch of cameras to show y'all. Like this. Y'all probably like, man, what phone is that? Like this. These eyeballs. And because they're eyes, they have lenses, and we know about the eyeballs. But the vision I'm talking about in this activation is a little bit different. See, it has the ability to receive the same way these receptors work, except that the reception has to be caught and not observed. So you have to catch your vision by placing the light in front of your face and seeing it yourself. So how do you do that? Well, let's have an example of that. I think a great example would be for me to ask you a question, really quick question. And the question is, where were you on your last birthday? Where were you? Okay, and you might actually be able to see where you were, and you could probably see who was there if you went on a trip with some friends. Okay, you see, okay, Charlotte, yes. Then you could say, oh, what did you do on your birthday? Oh, well, actually, it was coronavirus, so we had face masks on. We went to the airport. We wanted to go to Florida to catch the vibes. And we had a girls' time. All three of y'all. And you could be there right now. Well, how did you do this? Did you like slide a CD drive in somewhere or USB over here? No, actually, you just utilize the consciousness. This is where we are. So when you understand the light principle and you use it, you understand more about all the illustrations they've been giving us from church, from school, from everywhere. Because they want to see with the eyeballs, but we want to see with the mind's ball, or the third eye, really. First eye, really. Y'all want to have real talk? See, so when we talk about vision, we're talking about utilizing this ability. Now, super quiet, like you couldn't even tell somebody, oh, I was just at my birthday party. Because they'd be looking at you like, what are you saying? But the mind is the operation station. You know what I'm saying? Leave these folks to walk the streets, you dig? This is where the thing created, this the creative station. They call it the imagination. See, they put a big word on it, and then it's like, it's so big. But it's really just so small, so minute, and very particular, and very specific, and very useful for everything. Because how can you have something if you did not first possess it? You know what I'm saying? Do you understand that? How can you have something if you first do not possess it? If this was never conceived in the mind, nobody would ever understand to place fibers on some adhesive so it could hold. If it didn't have a conception in the mental realm, this shit would never be here. This is the reason why everything comes from thought. And like I said, every word that you're about to say is thought first. So, I mean, that's just how it works. That's just what it is, bro. So I really appreciate you for jumping into this activation now, because now you're leaving this video with the understanding that you can paint the world picture that you choose to see for whatever is around you, or for the highest possibility for whoever you're thinking for, whatever the case is. Just want to understand that once you have it in mind first, it's the first time you possess it. As long as you don't lose it in mind, you will always receive it. You understand? So that's the most important part. So I just hit the 5-minute mark. This video was dope, and I'm gonna talk to y'all some more. I think you are now ready for the next video, which is forward positive perspective and understanding what it means to utilize a mental projector to keep a forward positive perspective, because I created this illustration for us. But I think now that I've told you this, everybody should be able to differentiate the two words, vision and sight, and then from there be able to utilize their own interpretation of their experience and see things how they want them to be. Like, to really work the faith thing, the faith is very important. Okay, this is what they call faith. I'm about to break it down for y'all because I got some minutes. You want to understand, the faith is the conception of the unseen situation in mind. That's what it is. When they say keep the faith, that's what it is. You want to keep the mental picture. So if I close your eyes right now and I said, you know, when was your first birthday? You might not see that picture. But if I said, you know, how do you want your next birthday to be? There's a picture you could easily create and a picture you could easily keep, you understand? And that is the keeping of the prayer in the word form. So everybody's doing this on a regular basis. A lot of times people are seeing their circumstance and their circumstance telling them how to vision. So they're not going nowhere. You see what I'm saying? So it's okay. I mean, you keeping the faith anyway. You don't choose to keep the faith. You have to choose the faith you keep. Okay? It's very important. I come with the quickness, okay? Because I like to slice. All right? I want to get this shit right. You dig what I'm saying? So that's the last piece I wanted to share with you guys. Now you're ready for the video. But keeping the faith is a difficult task because one must go through this process of first conception, realizing the what I'd rather have situation, basically, or what needs to be here, or what do I need now type situation. And that's the conception of it. Then it's the journey, holding the conception. So you have to carry this journey as long as you have to until whatever you have in store arrives. It's like Amazon. But you got to always trust that it's on the way because you ordered it. So now that you're holding the belief and the constant focus of that piece of your awareness, right, you must now ignore every other element of reality that lets you possibly think that your belief not coming true. That's what the game is. You really got to get the ball and you're about to blitz in a sense and just go all the way for it, and you're there because you're there now, right? But then as you're done and the touchdown's over, that's when they start coming pretty much. So you gotta be joking niggas, you know what I'm saying? You gotta let them know. Break ankles, dude. You can't let nobody know what's going on. That's why they say success happens in silence. You don't really want to be saying it anyways. You know what I'm saying? Let it speak for it when it gets here. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of time we on. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving it to y'all. I know. We in 2020. I know how to transmit, dude. But yeah. So after that part, you start to set up the blockers. You got to put your blockers on. So if your thing was particularly focused around money or something like this, you have to put on the blockers, because we have things that when we see, our mind has a pointer or something that like says something based on what you've seen. So it's like, okay, well, you're trying to break a cycle or something, and you see a little fragment of the cycle, and then you tell yourself the same story. There you go back to sleep again. That's the moment of slumber right there. You got to be like, no, but you gotta hold the light, you know what I'm saying? And be like, next. Just keep moving and keep it at the same time. Yeah, and then next step after that is gratitude. Like, it's gratitude and accepting the reception without receiving it. Just being like, yes. Because you got it in mind. That's the first time, that's the only time you need to possess it is in mind. You dig? So now that I shared this insight with y'all ready for the next video, which is for positive perspective and understanding how much faster manifestation happens when you're actually keeping a forward positive perspective. You're keeping the idea and image in form in mind. You're keeping it in mind all the time. And yeah, so That's what they say. Keep the faith. You dig? And I'm gonna show y'all the vision for real. You see? Cause I want to see what y'all can see. You know, I want to. You know, I want to have fun too. So I hope y'all can see what the fun looks like, so that we can be on the same type of time. You dig what I'm saying? Anyways, appreciate y'all for watching this video and receiving this activation. Now you leave this video strengthened, nourished, edified, dignified, courageous, ready, bold, strong, just ready to picture your own picture and get the show on. You dig what I'm saying? So in the next video, y'all gonna learn more about the projector. It's really gonna make it crystal clear how you write in the script. But yeah, that's the facts. And I'm gonna talk to y'all in the next. So I'm gonna tap in and y'all should too. I'll see you when we do what it do.